Hey, it's your boy the Crypto Goon, and shout out to all my crypto goons for putting up once again. Now, XLM is a sleeping giant. I'm going to go through that, and also I'm going to talk about XDC and give an update on that chart. But first, I always talk about when it comes to a lot of these cryptocurrencies, especially when you hold them long term, you need to look for real world application. So I'm going to play this video really quick just to give you all an idea, especially people that are new that really don't understand the technology behind XLM. So let's play this video and then we're going to hop into the charts.
Using the decaf wallet, I'm going to show you how. So you just go to the wallet and you just click withdraw euros and cash out with MoneyGram. I'm going to withdraw 100 USDC. And you can look up the location, but you can just continue here. Now I just choose my ID. I'll use my passport. Now you just need to send off the USDC to MoneyGram. This is my reference number. All I need is my ID to go with this reference number to pick up my euros. And I can look up the location closest to me here. So let's go pick up my cash. Here I am. Okay, and now I have my cash, my euros. I'm ready for Barcelona, thanks to MoneyGram.
Okay, so overseas, especially, and I actually just went through this when I was in Medellin. I did videos when I was in Medellin, Colombia, and they have MoneyGrams everywhere, right? And of course, you can go to an ATM machine and get cash out, but of course you have to pay an exchange rate. And really, when it comes to using ATM machines overseas, I wouldn't suggest it because people over there, really don't have a lot of money, and I wouldn't be surprised if people are putting skimmers everywhere. Not just that, you could get robbed while your back is turned while you're at the ATM, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff that could go wrong. I don't really like using debit cards really anywhere overseas, but this particular app is powered by XLM. It's on the network, and essentially what you're doing is you're using your debit card to get USDC, through this particular exchange, and then you're just sending it, through this app, and then you're sending it to MoneyGram, and then you're going in there with a confirmation number and just picking the money up, right? And again, I'll use Colombia as an example. Over in Colombia, you don't want to walk around or use US dollars, right? It's for anybody that's here in America, because the majority of the places take pesos, right? Now, I'm pretty sure they'll take your dollars, but if you don't really even know the currency conversion, what they tell you in pesos, how much it equals in dollars yourself, of course they're going to try to take advantage of you. But if you have pesos, it's a lot easier to deal with. And of course, if you go to, higher end places in Colombia, and I'm just using Colombia as an example, there's you can tap your card or whatever, but it's a lot easier to transact over there in pesos. And using technology like this, again, you can go over to these places and get your money easier and faster, right? That didn't take that long to do. He just had to transfer and walk to the location to get the money. And even when I was in Colombia, we went around, we had to keep going back to these currency exchanges where we took cash and they would translate it or convert it to pesos and give it to us, right? So that's just a learning lesson for when you go to these countries. You can use these apps because MoneyGrams were everywhere. Like, even if you look at, this is Stellar's Twitter account, they just recently made a post talking about, we're in 7 continents, 233 projects, 9.5 million active users, from Lagos to Bogota, which is Colombia, to London, right? So, people are coming into these other countries and they're using these ways of converting money, and they're just going to pick it up. It's a lot easier, right? You don't have to really think about it. You use your crypto or use your USDC, upload, add USDC from your debit card to your wallet, transfer it, go pick up the money. Okay. So that makes it a lot easier. Now onto the charts. My favorite thing when it comes to, cryptocurrencies is the technical. We just talked about something fundamental of why this technology is important, but now the technical, right? So big picture, 1 month chart. As you can see, we are in this bullish triangle pattern. I've talked about this for a while. There will be a breakout from this pattern. Okay. I always use the larger charts because it gives a bigger picture and it's a lot easier to point where these things are going to go on a larger scale than if we were looking at the hourly or the 4 hour, right? Those are very quick movements. Nothing wrong with that. It's totally different skill set. If you have that skill set, cool. I do have that skill set, but I don't want to put that out here on YouTube and then, people give it a try, and you got to have that quick eye. You got to be able to monitor these trades when you're doing, day trading. But this is more so swing trading for people that don't know. But we're in this bullish triangle pattern, and right now we're waiting for a breakout. Now with these patterns, they don't always have to come back down like this. I personally do not think we're going to come way back down here. We are starting to make patterns where we're starting to have a move back up to the upside. Okay, now long term, because I know that that's really what people love, is the long term view, and I always use the Fibonacci. Long term, not this bull run, years, a year, multiple years from now, I'm looking for XLM to essentially go to $13. Okay, this is using the Fibonacci. I reversed the Fibonacci to come up with the price targets. Okay, not this bull run, years, patience, woosah, on when it comes to a longer target like that. Now, near short term, again, I talked about it's $1 or so, a little bit over $1, and I'll put that out. Oops, I did not mean to come to the hourly. We can stay on the monthly. Again, I use the Fibonacci from the low to the high, $1.42 or so, $1.25, $1.40, $1.50 in there somewhere is where it's going to go short term. This bull run. Okay, as soon as we have a breakout from this bullish triangle, but this size bullish triangle, this breakout is what is setting us up for the larger run to $13. All right, now on to XDC. Now with XDC, I talked about a move down from where it was. We were like in this area on my last video, and we kind of went up a little higher, almost to the 141, like really close to the 141, like damn close. Literally a little bit over $1.50. We were very close, right? Now, what I'm starting to see is a bearish pattern forming on the daily. And this is a bearish triangle pattern. Oops. I'm sorry. Forming on the weekly. So right here, this is a bearish triangle pattern. Right here. So I'm looking for it to make the move down like I originally said it would do, and then make a move back up. Okay. So I'm looking for it to come. Let me see. Let me get the fib out. So I'm looking for it to drop down. Oops. In the area of this 618. So that's 4 cents or so. So that's, right now it's at 6 cents. So I'm looking for it to come down 2 cents and then continue its bullish momentum. Okay. So, I talked about this previously, and, looking at the monthly, I said, hey, we had this breakout out of this triangle pattern, and I'm looking forward to retrace and then continue back up to the upside. So I haven't talked about XDC in a while, but as of right now, as you can see with this style consolidation on the monthly, but if you break it down into the weekly, it's actually a bearish triangle pattern, and we're going to see a slight, it's already kind of in a correction, but we're going to see it complete this correction and then move to the upside. So I'll definitely be picking some up at around, 4 cents. As soon as it hits 4 cents, I'm picking some up instantly. And then I'm looking forward to come back to the upside, fill all these wicks up here, and, create a new all-time high at about 20 cents. Okay. So I just want to just throw that at y'all. And again, I can look at these things without really even, using the Fibonacci, but I'll go ahead and put the fib on here, reverse it. See, so the fib is telling us 35 cents, but if I'm picking it up at 4 cents, I'm good with 20 cents. Period. Okay. But 35 cents, that's even better, right? So, definitely keep your eye on XDC. Again, be patient, wait for it to come down about 2 cents and then load it up. Just load it up. Okay. But again, it's your boy, the Crypto Goon. I appreciate you all tapping in. The #1 goon. Shout out to all my crypto goons. Crypto Goon out.